Good morning, dear listener. Welcome to this wonderful call here today. Lots of exciting things to share, all in the category of miracle. Yeah, all in the category of miracle. What's a miracle? Well, before we do that, let's connect your heart to my heart. Yes, let's do that. Let's connect your heart to my heart. Okay, let's start there. Left side to left side. Your heart to my heart. Your worth to my worth. Hold that embrace for a moment. Yes. Hold it for enough for your heart chakra to start opening up. Yeah. Yeah. Enough giving the ego the power of fear to keep your heart closed. Yeah. And then when you got that one, go to the next one, which is your worth. Yes, go to your worth. Allow it to be expansive and large. That's right. When you get that one done, then check out your invincibility, your safety factor. Yes. Of course, your freedom is automatic when you do those. Automatic. Hold that for a few moments or more. Yes? Got that? Good. Now send that out to the universe. Send that out just like the ocean. Send that out to the 8 billion that desperately need to be in their life. Yeah. Desperately need to be in their life. Yeah. Okay? Got that? Wonderful. Yes. Okay? Now, come on back. So I'm going to tell you a little adventure that we had yesterday. Jamie and Earl and Ellie and I. Yeah. I had a client yesterday morning. We drove up to La Paz, which is about for most it'd be over a 2-hour drive. It was about 2 hours. A 2.5 hour drive for most. It was a little under 2 hours for us. And on our way up, I said, Jamie, get on the phone there and find something adventurous to do in La Paz. So he did. He found a boating excursion where they take you out to an island, and they didn't explain too much. Just there was a boat ride. Now this is now close to 4 o'clock. They said, yeah, he just found out about it, so we drove out to where it was. It was about 4:30 by this time, and they said, well, the first two said, no, we don't do it. We only do it in the morning, and people come back by lunch, and that's it. So we asked two, and that's what they said, and he asked the third one. They said, well, okay then, let's do this now, 4:30. And so we give them the money, and they start putting snorkel gear in the boat. We didn't know anything about the adventure. We was just going, that's all. So we snorkel gear, okay, well, maybe we're jumping in the ocean. We're jumping into something. Definitely in the water. And so away we go. And we hadn't eaten or anything because, it was already too late, so we didn't stop at any to eat. So we hadn't eaten since 10 o'clock in the morning. And away we go on this boat ride. And it's out to this island, and it was about close to 2-hour boat ride. An hour and a half or something. I wasn't taking meticulous notice of the time, but knowing how long it was taking. And so we get to the island, and going all around the island, and then we see these sea lions and seals, and he pulls up, and there's these buoys, and he ties up and throws out all of the snorkel gear. And okay, so we start putting the snorkel gear on. Now you need to know something. A week ago, Erlen did a transformation with me. Now, she kicked and screamed and threw temper tantrums for about a month. 3 weeks for sure, if not a month, about doing it. But then finally, about a week ago, she did. And one of her phobias was a phobia of water. Okay, so here we are in the ocean. She puts on the snorkel gear and jumps into the ocean. How crazy amazing is that? Okay? So there we have that. First of all, the first miracle. Now, let's go with miracle. Let's go with the breakdown of miracle. It's a natural and surprising event that's unexplained by natural and scientific law, deemed to be that of the divine, the work of the divine. Okay? In other words, it's not supposed to happen. And you will find that through the whole day, we paid no attention to that, the opposite of that. So, there we have it. Now we are not only swimming in the ocean, we are swimming with sea lions and seals all around us, touching us, coming up to us. Yes, we swim around through this cove and in through here and there, and keeping in mind, hey, here's Ireland. Yeah, yeah, terrified of water a week ago. Her whole life up until a week ago. Her swimming in the absolute ocean. Think about that. And we did that for, an hour and a half for sure. I'm not sure. Time wasn't the thing for me. I wasn't paying attention to time. But it was a long time. Then we get going, and takes us to this little village, just stops in, and we stop for a sec, then we get going. Now, it's getting dusky. Yeah, it's getting close to dusk. We haven't left the island yet. Now we're having motor problems. The engine's starting to spit and sputter. Okay? And he's messing around with it for about 20 minutes. Keeps cutting out and starting and cutting out and starting and cutting out and starting. And then he figured it out. There was something wrong. The oil level was low, so we went back into this little fishing village, got some oil, and now it's almost dark. Guess what? He not only has no navigation, he has no lights whatsoever. And it's now dusk. Matter of fact, it's getting close to dark. And away we go. We have an hour and a half to go. Okay? Not amazing. So here now we have getting the boat right. Ireland swimming. Okay? Ireland swimming for the first time in her whole life in the ocean with seals and sea lions. How's that for amazing? Okay. Then we get the engine going. Now we're heading completely in the dark. Now, keeping in mind 3 things the ego uses against us, none of which we allowed to interfere, which is the fear of the unknown, fear of the unfamiliar, the fear of the uncertain. Well, all 3 of those were front and center. Front and center. Okay? Absolutely front and center. So now we're going in the complete dark, following this boat and that boat, and then there was rough waters, then there was smooth waters. Yeah. And finally we get there. We made it. And then we had a bite to eat. We had it now we're talking, it was 9:45. And we're heading back through La Paz home. And Jamie, there's a place in La Paz that makes this delicious homemade vegan ice cream. Chocolate. Jamie gets on the call at 10 o'clock us assuming it was closing at 10. Sure enough, he called, yeah, sorry, we close at 10 o'clock. Now remember, we don't take no for an answer. We don't take no for an answer. We just keep asking. That's what Jamie did. He said, listen, we're just 5 minutes away. You know, get us those two little tubs of vegan chocolate. We'll be right there to pick it up. So it happened to be the mother, and it was the mother's phone. She wasn't home. She was at home, so she calls her daughter, who makes the ice cream, and says, there's these 4 that are coming to get some ice cream. They frequented many times, and so get them the 2 tubs of ice cream ready. So we got there at 12 minutes after. She had the 2 tubs, and we took the 2 tubs and went to the vehicle. Started to go to the vehicle, and we decided we'd eat it by the water. So we're going back, and the lady comes running out of the store, says, oh, I made a mistake. My mom called and said it was vegan you wanted. So now she goes and gives us 2 tubs of vegan instead of the dairy. And now it is like 25 after 10. Isn't that amazing? Okay? So we got everything we wanted. Everything we wanted. And having these miraculous things happen. Like getting the boat ride, getting the adventure, getting the engine fixed, having Erlen's phobia, a lifetime phobia gone, and getting ice cream 25 minutes after it's closed. That's what we need to do with our adventure of life. The unfamiliar, the unknown and uncertain. Just keep going. Don't take no for an answer. Not be rude, but just understand the principle of a miracle. Because you see, we are expecting miracles on September 22nd. The timing is so short. The numbers are so small. None of it's aligning the way we anticipated. None is aligning. And yet we're moving through just like we just did. Just like the boat ride. We never took no. We just kept going. Finally found someone to say yes. Arlen never said no. She jumped into the ocean for the first time ever. Guy, we just kept holding the vibration that the guy would find a solution to his engine problem, which he did. Okay? And then getting the ice cream long after it was closed. So that's what we're talking about September 22nd. And now the numbers are starting to increase. Things are starting to happen. Way beyond the too late. So now we're talking about, on a daily basis, paying attention to the natural and unexplainable, surprising events that are not logical, and they have no logic and reason to them. No. They have no natural and scientific explanation. None of them. Okay? And that's why people are not taking the process, because they're in that state rather than in this state of miraculous. Isn't that amazing? So see you on September 22nd. Go to imdivinityglobal.com. Yes. And if that's not helpful for you, go to imdivinity transformwithdonn.com. Donn with 2 N's. There you go. So many of them. And have yourself a magnificently, magically, miraculous day. Have a magnificent day. This message comes to you from the heart of Donn, and we travel at warp speed towards shifting of humanity's consciousness on September 22nd. Join us. Bye for now.